opening. As you can see, I mean, from the crowd, it's being very well received. I think people's curiosity is peaked right now. Who would have ever guessed that the smallest town in the nation, I mean, could literally build relations between two countries. I look back at a year and a half ago when I sold it and never had any idea that anything like this could ever happen. But to think that the part of Buford that I'm connected with was able to do this and take Buford really, I mean, to unbelievable heights in the world community, not just in the state of Wyoming or in the county of Albany, but I mean, to do this around the world. I just find that it makes me very, very proud.
It's just amazing. I tell you, like, we now is very important time in the history, like, of coffee in Vietnam, and also like for the Buford. So we can say this is the first coffee town in the world, and especially in the U.S. So it's just amazing. I feel excited and very proud to be here and a part of history of the Buford Finley town. Early April last year, my friend and I were right here. First time joining the auction. The most exciting auction that I know in the world. Everything happened so fast. When we were in the finishing the paperwork with the auction firm in the convenience store behind me, many reporters waiting outside. I left the statement with them that I traveled a long way, wishing owning a land in the United States. At the end of the day, it's much more than that. It's a town. It's a 147 years old town. And my American dream has come true.
I'm Vietnamese American. I was born in the U.S. My parents immigrated over, and their whole life was in conflict. They lived through the wars between the United States and Vietnam. And so to be here and to be a witness to this cross-continental partnership and two countries that had so much conflict between them, and to see this type of partnership and to hear Don's story, how he served in the war, it's just been so heartwarming and so inspirational as a Vietnamese American to see that over time that there can be friendships that were born out of so much hurt.
When I moved to Buford 30 years ago, I had no idea that Buford would be where it is at today. To see the new era in which it's going makes me so proud. To see that Buford, after 147 years, this tiny little town has affected people around the world. It's brought two nations together, which I think is amazing because I served in the Vietnam War in 68, 69. It's helped to really change, and I think to be able to say that Wynn and the other gentlemen with the crew, these are truly my friends now.
I thought that was a perfect thing that Don Sammons said. After 147 years, Buford, Wyoming joins two nations. It brings two nations together. What more can you say than that right there? That should be it. That should be their slogan right there.
The Finley is our brand name and the name of our corporation, and Buford will be our symbolic coffee town. Today is the new beginning for Buford, and it's the new beginning for Finley in the United States.
I think it's good because as we go across borders, cultures, when they rub off each other, we learn new things. And I think it makes us as human beings to be more compassionate when we understand another culture better. And I think it will open dialogues to everything else, and that we can sit and understand and talk. And I think that's a good place to begin.
I was moved today at the opening ceremonies when the Vietnamese owners talked about it, and I thought it really is nice to have a connection between the two countries, and I hope that works well for them.
I think the town of Buford, as Dawn spoke this morning, it has its own history in the making that it's had for the 147 years of its existence. I think the new Buford Fin Deli is a wonderful opportunity for Wyoming. It's a wonderful opportunity for the United States.
And I mean, it's great that Mr. Wynn has come back and brought a new business, just a flush of energy, you know what I mean? And with him, that entourage that he brings, how could you not be excited? Especially that coffee. That coffee will make anybody excited.
So I grew up making my dad a cup of coffee every morning. So I grew up with this coffee, this strong coffee. And so to see it, or to see Mr. Nguyen bringing this into the attention, I think is really awesome because it's great coffee. It's very strong.
When I go to Vietnam, I love the coffee there. In America, we always say that the coffee is not as doesn't have that kick. If we want Vietnamese coffee, we have to go to a Vietnamese restaurant. And hopefully with this, now we can get it at some gas station anywhere else. That would be wonderful for me personally.
I like to consider myself to be a major coffee drinker and a coffee snob, if you will, and I can say I really, really like the coffee.
This event makes me like confident about my feeling I'm a member of Wyoming community. And you say this hat as a gift from a cowboy Bob, very symbolic, like from US, from Cheyenne to Vietnam. So it just made me like I'm in home and we are in family. It's give us the very confident to start in the Fin Deli Coffee in the U.S.
To think that this little few buildings can have such an effect on the world, it just boggles my mind. You know, I have to, as people say, pinch myself to think that it's actually happening. I'm just seeing where Buford can go from here, and to actually be a part of that, I think it's great. I thought when I left that I would just stop in once or twice a year and have a soda, and it's become so much more than that. Buford has been around for 147 years, and it seems like it's going to be around for a lot longer.
Suitcase leaving behind, 'cause I got a good thing